A French court has given a clean chit to European plane maker Airbus and Air France in the 2009 Rio-Paris plane crash case. They had been charged with involuntary manslaughter. The judgment comes almost 14 years after the passenger plane flying from Rio de Janeiro to Paris plowed into the Atlantic. All 228 people on board were killed in the crash. The verdict has left families of the victims deeply disappointed. Our next report telling you more on this.
In the early hours of the 1st of June 2009, Air France Flight 447 seemingly vanished into thin air. The flight from Rio de Janeiro en route Paris had 228 people on board. The flight disappeared in a radar dead zone over the mid-Atlantic. The Airbus A330 had vanished without a distress call. For 2 years, the world was left wondering what happened to the plane. Finally, in May 2011, the search teams found the black box on the ocean floor at a depth of more than 4,000 meters. But the black box only revealed a story that was more prosaic and more inexplicable than anyone had imagined. The official investigation found that multiple factors contributed to the crash. This included pilot error and the icing over the external sensors called pitot tubes. An Associated Press investigation at the time found that Airbus had known about the fatal flaw since at least 2002. The crash had a lasting impact on the industry, leading to changes in regulations for airspeed sensors and in how the pilots are trained. The crash also triggered a legal battle. It took 13 years for the case to reach the court, and after a 2-month trial, a French court acquitted the companies of manslaughter charges. Sobs broke out in the courtroom as the presiding judge read out the decision. The verdict came as a devastating defeat for victims' families.
Our fight ends there. Our commitment of more than 5,000 days started on June 1st, 2009 to find the truth and condemn the culprits has been in vain, but our commitment has been legitimate.
We believed in justice until the end. Until the moment we entered the room today, we all believed. But unfortunately, we came out with nothing. Because our dead are really dead. They died for a second time today, you see. I am very sad. I feel sick in my stomach. I am disgusted.
The 3-judge panel ruled that there was not enough evidence of a direct link between decisions by the companies and the crash. Unusually, even state prosecutors argued for acquittal, saying that the proceedings didn't produce enough proof of criminal wrongdoing by the companies.
The verdict is very hard to understand for the families. We're told mistakes were made or not made. Airbus and Air France were not found criminally responsible. You saw how the verdict was read. It was torture.
Prosecutors put the onus primarily on pilots who died in the crash. Air France said the full reasons for the crash will never be known. Could this go down in history as a classic case of let the dead bury the dead? Or will the battle continue? Bureau Report, WION World is One.